Welcome. Today's lesson is the first part of constant rate of change. So this is a graph. As it would look like it's about Bob and Kathy, about the amount of money saved and the number of weeks. How do you find a constant proportionality for each person? What is K? Explain its meaning. Well, first of all, constant proportionality is just really another word for units rate. That's what we learned in 6th grade. This is a 7th grade word. The formula for it is K equal Y divided by X. So let's look at Bob first. Here's Bob. So Bob saves $30 in 2 weeks. What is 30 divided by 2? 15. But let's explain its meaning. That means Bob saved $15 per week. That means every week he saves $15. Not bad. Not bad. Let's look at another person. Let's look at Kathy. So let's use this point for Kathy. It does not matter which point you use. $40 in 4 weeks. So, oh, I forgot to label this as X. This is Y. We should have labeled your axes. 40 divided by 4 is 10. What does that explain its meaning in unit rate? It means Kathy saved $10 per week. That is why if you look at Bob, he is going at a faster rate than Kathy because he saves $5 extra per week than Kathy. So let's watch this video. If you haven't figured out, this is from the movie called Titanic. It was a passenger ship that went from Great Britain to New York, and it crashed into an iceberg, and many people died. So the Titanic struck an iceberg at 11:40 p.m. on April 12, 1912. At 2:40 a.m., it sank. The Titanic held 46,326 gross tons. So here's an example of your bus, your school bus. Here's an example of the Titanic, but here's an example of the Queen Mary 2, which is I believe it's actually stationed now in Long Beach, California. But now bigger cruises like the Vista, Carter Vista, is like much fast than those. So the Titanic struck an ice. What is the constant proportionality for the situation shown in the table? That means the that means that the relationship between X and Y in this relationship can be described as what? How do I describe this relationship? So let me get my pen. K equal. Oh, on purpose, I removed this. I was not going to make it that easy for you. So constant proportionality is K equal Y divided by X. 30,884 divided by 2. What is 30,884 divided by 2? 2 goes into 3 one time. 1, bring down to 0. 2 goes into 10 5 times. Bring down to 8. 2 goes into 8 4 times. Bring down to 8. 2 goes into 8 4 times. Bring down to 4. 2 goes into 4 2 times. So that means the constant proportionality, or K, equals 15,442. But explain its meaning. That means it filled up with 15,442 gross tons of water per hour, each hour. And that's why it sank in about 3 hours. So how can we use the constant proportionality to write equations? By knowing the K, you are able to figure out the relationship between X and Y. You're going to notice that there's a pattern that in front of the Y equal mx, or that the in front of the x, you're going to be putting that constant proportionality. So we'll show you right now. So before we do it, let's label this. This is x. This is why. This is about math homework. The number of math problems completed in the number of minutes. In the situation above, the constant proportionality is, I have no idea yet, k equal yx. So one problem, 2 minutes. And what is 1 divided by 2? 1 divided by 2, annex 0, is 0.5. But what does that mean? Explain that in meaning. That means the person could do half of a problem every minute. So constant proportionality, or k, equals 0.5 or half. So you could say that the y value is always half times the x value. Is that true? It's 2 half of 4. It's 3 half of 6. It is true. Or you could write it as the following equation. Y equal half of x, or y equal 0.5x. So next one, scuba diving location. Time spent scuba diving, this is x. The location, or feet, this is y. So after 2 minutes of scuba diving, you're 6 feet below the sea. 5 minutes in scuba diving, you're 15 feet below the sea. In the situation above, the constant proportionality is what? K equal yx. So let's take a y, -6, and an x, 2. Does it matter which row I use? No, it will be the same. I'll show you shortly that -15. So what's -6 divided by 2? -3. What's -15 divided by 5? -3. So it's the same. So the constant proportionality is -3. But what does that mean? Explain its meaning. It's -3 feet per minute. So you could say that the y value is always -3 times the x value. So you could write the equation as y equal -3x. All right, so for the two situations shown below, write an equation describing the relationship between x and y. So here's x, here's y. So what is the relationship between x and y? Would you like to find the constant proportionality to help you? I would like to. K equal yx. So to find the relationship, so 3, and what is 3 divided by 2? 1.5, or 1.5. So the relationship between, that means it costs, so number of tickets purchased, total cost. That means it's $1.50 for every one ticket. So explain this meaning, $1.50 for every one ticket. So how would you write the equation in the form of y equal? Y equals what? So 2 times $1.50 equals $3. 4 tickets times $1.50 is $6.50. So the relationship is, this is x. So we're multiplying the number of tickets purchased x by 150. So y equal 150x. Some people will say x times 150. Some people will say 1.5x. This is the best one, the most simplest way of writing it. Next one. The bike ride distance. This is x. This is y. This is the distance in kilometer, and this is the number of hours. Let's find a constant proportionality. Okay. Or do you want to make a table? It's up to you. You know what? I think I'm going to make a table. I think I'm going to make a table here to help me out. So I'm going to make a table, x and y. X is the hours, and this is the kilometer. So in 1 hour, I'm not really sure what that is. So I'm going to skip it and do 2 hours. It is 60. I can't tell what that is. 4 hour is 120. So what is the relationship between x and y? Some of you will be able to find that relationship without doing the constant proportionality. It is times 30. So the relationship is y equal 30x. If you did not understand how I got that, how I did, what's 60 divided by 2? 30. What's 120 divided by 4? 30. So y equals 30x. That means every time I know What the time is, if I multiply by 30, I will get the distance. So the table shows the cost of apples based on how many apples you purchase. What equation represents C, the cost of apples? So this must be the A, and this must be the C. So what is the relationship between apples and cost? 10 to $2. I think it's divided by 5. You could find a constant proportionality to help you. So 2 divided by 10. Simplify to 1/5 or 20 cents. That may cost 20 cents for each apple. So which one will show this? Well, it's not an adding relationship. Are we multiplying by 5? Nope. We're doing 1/5 or 1 divided by 5, which is 20 cents. 20 cents for every apple. A is the answer. So our last one is you are going to be given a graph. Okay, you make a table. The graph below was created using data that shows the height of flood water over a period of time. What equation best describes the relationship between x, the number of days, and y, the depth of the water? It's A, B, C, D. Let's make a table. First of all, this is x, this is y, this is x, this is y. X is about the days, y is about the inches. In one day, I can't tell what that is. I can't tell where that is. Go. Here's one. In one day, I can't. It's a fractional part. But in 3 days, it's 4 inches. Can you tell what 4 is? Not really. 5. No. 6 days. It is 8. 9 days. It is 12. So what is the relationship between x and y, 3 and 4? So say, could we divide it and find a constant proportionality? K equal yx, 4 third. So we're multiplying, and you could do 4 third. That's going to be 1.33 repeating. So the relationship between days and inches is times 1.33 times 1.33. So it cannot be D or C or A. It is B. So that is the only one that is more than 1 whole. And it's a fractional part too. So that's why I knew it. All right, so that is just how using constant proportionality, how it can help you to write an equation between the relationship between x